Well, as a young resident, my first paper was published in pediatrics, and I can't tell you how proud I was of that. Finally, my name was right there, and as an editor, as a writer for a article in pediatrics, I really thought I'd died and gone to heaven. Well, number one, it was kind of verification. It was a case report that we had something that was of interest to the entire pediatric community. So that was validation, if you will, that was a case, a great case like we thought, because it was accepted actually without any editorial comments at all. So we were very, very pleased. I was very pleased about that. I had other co-editors on there, co-writers on that, so that was also fun. So we really felt good. We were a fairly small program at that time. The other aspect, I would make the comment, it's not only national but international. I believe it's in 9 or 10 languages. I can tell you, having traveled around the world, when international folks get their first article published in pediatrics, boy, do they ever get excited about it. So this is not only a national, but sets the international standard for pediatrics. Because those pediatricians of my age who got very good at the infectious disease are now having to learn more about mental health, more about autism, how to make the diagnosis, more about ADHD. You know, how do you treat asthma? Asthma, if you're going to treat it correctly, you've got to be in the community. It's got to be at the school, at the church, the sports. How do you have a child with that kind of chronic disease be able to fully participate in the activities of childhood? Because after all, education is kind of the work for the adult. So we've got to make sure they're able to go to school, and when they're going to school that they're able to participate in all the activities. So that's where the majority of changes, but it's been a dramatic change in the field. The journal would not have been possible without our great editors over the year, which right now, Lewis first, but more importantly with all the associates, with all the editorial board, and the members who selectively pick pediatrics to send their best work to. So without all those folks working together, we would not be able to maintain the edge that pediatrics has had in the entire field. Pediatrics is the flagship of the American Academy of Pediatrics. That's the #1 journal in the entire world. It greatly outstrips any others, and it's also in the top 100 for all scientific journals. So that really establishes the Academy's credentials, both in science and a place for pediatricians to read. It really does kind of establish a standard. As you know, all our statements are there, letters to the editor, including cutting-edge research. So this really establishes the Academy as being right up there as it relates to research with children's issues. And we think the difference between pediatricians and perhaps others working in pediatrics is our work is based on science. So this is the #1 science journal for the Academy of Pediatrics, and we're very proud of it.